All right, a very different story now, a heartbreaking one. There is a local family, you're seeing them there, campaigning for testing in newborns after their daughter was born with a rare and fatal disease that could have been treated if it had been spotted at birth. Because she was not tested, she now suffers the effects of the disease, and treatment options are extremely limited. We're joined by Julie Sharper from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, who just wrote this story. I mean, just breaks your heart to read this story. Very well told, and very important information. I knew nothing about this disease. So tell us about Carmen, this little girl who has the disease, and what exactly it is.
Yeah, so Carmen Acris is a beautiful 3-year-old girl. She's growing up in Hamden. Her parents are named Tom and Annie Acris, really lovely people. And she seemed to be developing perfectly normally until sort of right before her second birthday, she got a bit wobbly. Her parents took her to so many specialists trying to figure out what was up. And eventually at Kennedy Krieger, they received a diagnosis of metachromatic leukodystrophy, which is a progressive neurologic condition that is basically killing her brain and nerve cells. And she's gotten progressively less mobile. She's lost the ability to walk and talk on her own. She needs a feeding tube. And it's been really, just really heartbreaking for the family and for everyone around them.
And I had never heard of it until I read your article, but it's not that uncommon.
Yes, so it affects basically 1 in every 40,000 children born in this country. It's more prevalent among people of Navajo descent. But there are 65,000 children born in Maryland each year, so it's sort of at least one child statistically will be born in Maryland with it.
And very quickly, because you need to read the article, it's a beautiful article, but had she been tested and diagnosed at birth,
yes,
it's a very extreme treatment, but there is a treatment that could have at least extended her life and her quality of life.
Yes, so there is now a gene therapy which is really quite effective. And yesterday I went to Washington to an announcement from Health and Human Services that they were recommending testing for this disorder. And I met several children who are healthy, who play sports, who were playing outside on the steps, who received this gene therapy as babies and are therefore able to live pretty healthy lives.
All right, so read the article because you'll learn about this disease and this wonderful family. They have another little boy. I know they're trying to have another child. But it's so enlightening to learn about this disease, and the big breakthrough within the last 24 hours is that the Trump administration does back testing newborns, infants, right at birth,
yes,
to see whether they have the disease. And then you could get the treatment, and then you have a hope for your child. Really interesting story, Julie. I learned so much, and more importantly, very, 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 very heart-wrenching. So I urge you to go to the Baltimore Banner, read Julie's story, and also other terrific independent reporting. To go to the Banner, just head to thebanner.com. Cutter.
Denise, lots of clouds today.